My friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to your class. Today we are talking about theta. Theta is going to be the Greek that is giving you your time. And what is time doing to my option? Before we jump into the video, you guys know the deal. Nothing I'm giving you is financial advice. Everything I'm giving you is educational material. That way you can be the best manager of your portfolio for yourself, your family, and everybody that it impacts. So let's jump into the video. Theta, time. Essentially think of this, my friends, as kind of like pay to play, if you will, okay? When you buy an option, once again, you're leveraging 100 shares. So you don't actually own the 100 shares. So you're getting the opportunity to have the value of 100 shares without actually paying for 100 shares. So theta, or time, is going to be what is slowly eating away at that contract's value. So theta is going to tell you how much my option, decreases every single day, especially if your price stays in that range, okay? So theta definitely gets ramped up the closer that you get to expiration, okay? Every single day, it's going to eat at it a little bit more until you obviously get to your expiration day. This is why I'm a huge proponent of learning how to sell time. Selling time is great. It's great for the sellers, okay? Buying time is not great for the buyers. So once again, I've used this analogy multiple times. You want to be on the side of being the casino, okay? At the end of the day, what's the saying? The house always wins. I want you to be the house. I want you to always win, and that's why I'm such a big believer in selling calls and selling puts, okay? So like I said, theta is going to be assuming, like I said, the price stays relatively flat. Theta changes as the price does. And so now we look at, how do I play theta? Well, let's dive into it. Let me show you some examples, okay? So I'm going to go over here. This is on the NASDAQ, and it's showing all the Greeks. I'm going to use AMC as the example because obviously most of you are here because you have large positions in AMC like myself. So right now, and we're going to talk about just at the money, okay? Because that's what I've done on my Delta and my Gamma video. If you haven't watched the Delta and the Gamma videos, please go watch those to help you understand those as well. So talking about 1650, okay? So right now, the theta, on a 1650 call is 0.10781. That's as it sits right now. So let's go over here. So currently, 0.108, what was it? Oh, 0.7. Oh, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, that's close enough for today's example. I don't want to sit here and delete everything, all that kind of stuff. So now, let's go over here and let's check out what a 1650 call would cost you. So I go over here to Option Strat. A 1650 call as of right now would cost you $58, okay? And obviously, once again, that is buying at the money. So that at the money is going to be a delta of 0.48. So essentially, assuming you have a 48% chance of this call going in to the money at that point in time. And also, too, you can see that that is also the highest gamma. So what does this mean from a theta standpoint, though? So let me go back over here to the whiteboard. So a 1650 call cost you $58. However, what theta is going to do is theta is essentially, and remember this was a 7, not an 8. So theta, over the course of a day, assuming the price stays flat, is eating up $10.70 of that. Now, theta just kind of plays out through time. There's no right at the end of the day, all of a sudden your contract is worth less. But essentially, you would look at it as, now my contract is $47.30, assuming AMC trades pretty flat, okay? Depending on how many contracts you did. So let's say you did 10 contracts. So now at the end of a day, you're going to be down $107, okay? Once again, assuming theta stays flat. So that's when you hear me talk about theta burn, this is what I'm talking about. When a price, jumps dramatically, drops dramatically, or if it just opens at the same price and it just, it just does, this all day, just barcodes, like what BBIG is doing or anything like that. Obviously, that's a little bit different, but kind of to an extent, what happened with AMC today was a little bit of a theta burn. It just kind of got in a range and it just stayed there. So people who played weeklies today just got killed. The people who bought weeklies this morning when the price jumped up to, what was it, like $17.80 or anything like that, those people got destroyed today on their options. So that's kind of how you got to look at theta. Now, how do I want to play theta? Well, if you want to be more of a set it and forget it type player, the one critique that I've gotten in the Discord has been, I'm not able to follow the general chat as much, and so I'm worried I'm missing out on plays or anything along those lines. And the reality is you are. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lie to you. You are missing out on some plays. However, you can make theta time your friend. So where theta really takes over, so theta is really going to take over in that kind of 30 to 45 days out from option expiration, okay? So we'll kind of look at this chart right here. So for a while, theta is just going to trade relatively flat, okay? Once we hit, let's say this is the 30-day out marker. So just like I kind of showed you guys, the way Delta can ramp up and everything like that. I was like, if you haven't watched those videos, go watch those videos. But once you start hitting that 40-day mark, then theta really ramps up, okay? This is why buying, weeklies or anything like that can be much more dangerous. So if you need to be more of a set it and forget it type player, I need you playing out here in this area. Okay, if you can watch what's going on, you can get the crazy swings and moves and everything like that, then you can play more in right here. So let's go look once again at the chart. So this is going to be, that's how much theta is eating up your $58 option. So you're basically losing $10.70 every single day. And that's just assuming it trades flat. If it gets further away from you, so like if AMC drops in price, it's going to get even uglier than that for you. But for simplistic purposes, I'm trying to make this as simple as I possibly can for you guys. So let's go look at now, let's go 30 days out. So let's go look at like August 19th. So that same contract going out to August 19th, now you're only losing $3.50 a day if that contract stays flat. So rather than losing 20% of your value every single day, now you're losing, about 7% of your value every single day. That's a big difference. That's how, when you're buying, make time your friend. When you're selling, make time somebody else's enemy, if you will. So, like I said, for those of you that are, stressed out because you can't watch the group chat or make a day trade or anything like that, you can still make great plays. You just need to make time a little bit more your friend. Now, what's the downside of this? The downside of this is it gets a little bit more expensive when you do that. But wouldn't you rather pay a little bit more premium and have quite a bit more protection? And if it starts to move away from you, you can just be like, okay, I'll just cut it right there, rather than, for instance, like what happened to me with my GME calls, my GME puts the other day. It was dropped immediately, took profit, literally ran downstairs to grab a water bottle and everything like that, and I came back and GME had just, blasted through the stratosphere. I left at like 139, came back at 145. So that drastically hurt my option play at that point in time. But if I was way further out time, if I was, over 30 days or anything along those lines, then it wouldn't have affected it, anywhere near as much. So just kind of keep that in mind. If we go out here and we look at So let's get past, so that was the 30 days. So that's really where Theta will start to ramp up. Let's even go, out here. Let's go to like September 16th. So you couldn't do apples to apples on this because they don't have strikes for that. But let's, if we just even did 16, now Theta is $2.40 every single day. If we go out here and let's just look at, January 23, okay, they don't even have a 16, but let's say we did a 17, Theta now is only $1 a day, for your contract. Now, like I said, and that contract will cost quite a bit more. Let's do apples to apples here. So we'll go Jan. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Jan 23, 17. So it would cost you $460, okay? That $17 call would cost you $460, but Theta is only going to hurt you about $1 a day. So just almost nothing, okay? So like I said, cost you more, you can do less contracts, but way safer. Theta's not going to help you or hurt you near as much. So like I said, let's go back to the whiteboard drawing. So if you need to set it and forget it, so this is for my set it and forget it people. This is going to be safer. And this is going to be Leo. No, I'm just kidding. But this is going to be a little bit more, day trading and everything along those lines. Okay? I love you, Leo. You know I do. We've talked. So, like I said, the less you make time your friend, yes, your contracts are going to get cheaper. Yes, you can buy more of them, but you've got to be right. And if you're wrong, your contract is going to get eaten up really quickly. So, especially if you're struggling with some of the discipline, which that leads me to the last point I want to make, and I'll let you guys get out of here. I am been a little upset. That's not the right word. That's too harsh. I apologize for that. But I've been a little frustrated with some of you guys when you're telling me about your trades in the Discord at the end of the day, especially your red ones, okay? You guys are doing a great job of taking profits and everything like that and getting out of your green trades well. However, you're not doing well with your red trades, and that's a problem, okay? I feel like there's a lot of planning and paying attention that goes into the moment that you guys are placing your trades. And then after that, you just kind of like, all right, now let's see what happens. Okay? I want you guys to go in. Once again, I use this example in one of my other videos. My coach always makes me think about, before I had any of my fights, my coach would make me think about what it was going to be like when things were going really well for me. What was it going to be like when it was a really tough fight? We were both landing good shots, but it's anybody's fight. And then made me think about what it was going to be like when I was absolutely getting my butt kicked. Okay? And he would make me visualize that every single day. Go. Think about 10 minutes of everything's going well. You're moving, you're slipping, you're just on fire, you're Neo from the Matrix, you can't be hit. And then you're out there and it's, it's Rocky 3. You're taking some, but you're giving some and everything like that. And then there's some you just gotta visualize and think about. I'm out there and I'm just Apollo Creed and Rocky 4 and I'm just getting my butt kicked. Okay? And when you're mentally prepared for all those things, you know what to do. So don't just place your trade assuming it's going to be green. You got to place your trade also going, where am I going to get out of this trade? Okay, so I'll use my own example real quick on what I did for SPY today. If you know, I bought SPY puts. This is what I'm tracking right here. I've talked a lot about supply and demand zones. Please go watch the other videos. I entered my SPY put right here at the top of the bear trend. Sorry, going to zoom out again real quick just to show you guys. That happened in April, I believe it was, right here at the top. No, March 29th. Okay, every time we've come up to this red line, you can kind of see a fake out breakout here. tumble down, massive rejection right here. Now we're in our trading range, so we're in the supply zone. I entered my put right here at the bear trend line and towards the top of the supply zone. Okay, also too, right when I did it was right here. RSI was starting to get overcooked, and honestly this push right here was kind of annoying. Okay, it just kind of pushed right out, came back as retesting, and is pushing back up. So right now this looks like it could be a bad trade for me. So what am I going to do? I already know what I'm going to do. I'm not going, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Hope. Dear Lord, if you could send, Jim Cramer, please tweet something. I already know if it breaks above right here in this supply zone, then I'm getting out of the trade and I'll wait to reposition because nothing about this trade, nothing about this SPY pump is giving me warm and fuzzies or anything along those lines. And the top of my supply zone is right here from this June high of 290. I thought it was higher than that. I thought I used this one right here. Let me see, was that the 393? No, that's 394. I thought it was like 393 is where my top was. Okay, well, regardless, if we creep up here. Okay, no, I'm right. Yeah, that's 393.12. I'm sorry, guys. So if it breaks out of this and it's looking good, I'm just out. We're going to chalk it up as a big fat L on my part, and I'm just out. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to the next trade. I'm not going to sit there and sulk about it or, it's not fair. Why is it doing that or anything like that? Am I going to be annoyed? Yes. Am I going to be frustrated? Yes. Am I going to let my emotions dictate my next trade? No. No. We don't make emotional trades. We don't FOMO. Once again, how happy was every single person, in the Discord? I love the fact that I saw all you guys in here, talking about, yeah, I'm taking profits and everything like that. Most of you took profits at the very top of the day. What difference is that right there to where we are right now? You saved yourself 8% on that trade because you didn't listen to FOMO, you didn't listen to Twitter or anything along those lines. You took profit. So I'm very proud of you on that. I'm very proud of you guys on your progress on your green trades. I need a little bit more focus and discipline when it comes to red trades though, because if I have 4 10% green trades and I have 100% red trade, I'm still going backwards. So my suggestion would be, let me tell you what I do first. So what I do is I really try not to look at percentage-wise what my trade is doing. I place my trades and then I follow the chart and I trust my TA, and that is what I use to make my decisions. So if that means I'm out at a 5% red trade, that's when I'm out. If that means I'm out at a 60% red trade, then that's when I'm out. I don't necessarily have just a set, this is when I exit every single time. However, if you are struggling with the discipline, I've talked about this before, but I want you to eliminate the choice aspect of it. It is just, if your plan is no matter what, you're taking profits every single time you see 10% green, then I want you to set a disciplined trade of going, okay, well that means every time I see 5% red, I'm cutting it, okay? And once again, you got to do what's best for you. I always want you guys to trade your plan. I'm just trying to help you as much as I possibly can. But you got to, like I said, you got to make sure that you're not going backwards. I would be even okay if you did a 10% and a 10%, and that's just the way you want to do it. But you got to set yourself some parameters so that way you're taking choice. Because I feel like you guys are doing it and you're like, oh, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But come on, hopefully it'll happen. Oh, it's even looking worse. It's looking worse. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, it's even looking worse. And then the worst thing that you do is you wind up cutting it when the RSI is getting close to oversold or anything like that. And then, you miss the relief bounce or anything like that. And you could have cut it then. So like I said, I want more planning and focus. I think you guys are doing an outstanding job. I'm very proud of you on your green trades. I need better on the red trade aspect of things. So that's going to be everything for me. Sorry, this wasn't quite just a Theta video. But so let's recap. Theta is going to be your pay to play. How much does my option decrease every single day? And Theta is giving you the number assuming that price stays flat. So it does change as the price change. And then how do I play Theta? So if you need to be safe, make time your friend. You're going to pay more, but it's going to be safer for you. You're going to be able to put your head on the pillow at night. One other thing too, guys, is when you do those options, let's try to keep it at 1 to 2% of either your overall portfolio or your dry powder. I personally do 1 to 2% of my dry powder. If I think it's just an A+ amazing setup, then I might go up to 5%. But the reality is for me is 1 to 2%. I make enough trades. I make enough green trades versus red trades that even if I lost everything, how I want you to approach it is going, well, before I place this trade, let's say you want to buy 10 AMC contracts. So 1650 we just looked at are going to be $58, and let's say you want to buy 10 of them, so you're going to risk $580. I want you to place the trade where you have already thought about what happens if that $580 is just gone. I just mess up so bad it's just gone. Now, I don't want you to let it get that far, but mentally that's what I want you to be prepared for. And if that $580 is, oh my gosh, no, that's next month's rent or anything like that, then don't do that. Shame on you. Don't do that. Which is actually, I'm going to do some personal finance videos. We'll leave it at that. But make sure that $580, once again, I'm not acting like $580 is nothing. I don't want anybody to think that. But what I do want you to know and understand is mentally be prepared for that to go to zero. And if that $580 is going to crush you, and it's going to crush you mentally and emotionally, and then that turns into physically, it makes you want to drink or anything along those lines, you are over leveraging, and that is not good. You will never make it in this game doing that kind of stuff. I beg you, I plead with you to stop that. Okay? That is unhealthy. You will never win making trades like that. At best, you're going to get lucky, and it's still going to lead to self-destruction at some point in time. So please do not trade like that. If you're having issues with that, reach out to me. Let's talk specifically about your portfolio, and let's get a plan in place. All right? That's it for this evening. Hope you guys learned something today. The goal is always 1%. All right? If you get better 1% every single day, 100 days from now, you're a 100% better version of yourself. So let's all aim for 1% better, whether that's your portfolio, whether that's your life. Let's start working out, start eating healthier, get your body right, get your brain right, and let's kill it. I am here for you. I'm here for your success. Please reach out if you need anything, my friends. You guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.